30 Days by Griffin Rose on AO3. Episode 9, Chapter 1. The party went on. A few more kids showed up, eagerly joining in on the games when Hisashi extended MC skills guiding them all along. Izuku asked the other adults to come play too, and it was physically impossible to say no to that blinding smile, so Shouta submitted himself to the humiliation of pin the cape on the hero. It was worth it to see Izuku smiling and laughing so freely. Also worth it to see Tensei trip over a pillow and faceplant on the ground. Still, no matter how good the party, Shouta was happy that it was all over and all the extra kids were gone. Tensei and Tenya stayed extra to help clean up, so Izuku showed Chena his room, and they played in there while the adults enjoyed the peace and quiet. He never enjoyed silence so much in his life. Ooh, who knew kids could be so loud? Nomori asked, plopping down onto the couch with a glide of water. She pressed it against her head. I don't know how you do it all day, Hisashi. Tensei admitted, I'm exhausted. Hisashi paused, taking down the speakers to shoot them finger guns. Beauty of being an extrovert. The more pumped up they got, the more pumped I was. Extroverts are unnatural, Shouta grumbled. Nomori giggled. We're very proud of you for not maiming any of the children today, Shouta. He sighed and sank into the couch cushions. I wouldn't have maimed them. Thought about jumping out the window and scarring them for life. Hisashi laughed. Well, we can have a quiet night now and let you recharge, you grumpy introvert. I should probably get going. Tenya needs to be home soon anyways, Tensei said, hauling himself to his feet. Thank you for letting him come over. He looked like he was having a really good time. Hey, our pleasure, Hisashi said. It's not like we noticed one more kid, Shouta murmured. Only Nomori heard him. It's not like we noticed one more kid, Shouta murmured. Only Nomori heard him, and she snorted it into her water. Tensei went to get Tenya from Izuku's room, but he came back alone a minute later, with his phone out. Okay, you have to go look before I wake him up. They're adorable. The other three glanced at each other before slightly paddling down the hallway to see what he meant. It looked like they started playing with some of Izuku's action figures, but the excitement of the day had them tired out. They had fallen asleep on Izuku's bed, Izuku curled up on Tenya and clutching an All Might figure close. Nomori cooed and pulled out her own phone. Shouta and Hisashi took a few of their own before Tenya carefully extracted Tenya, hosting him up on his lip. Tenya blinked blearily, resting his head on Tensei's shoulder. Tensei thanked them again, and Tenya slurred his way through his own gratitude, and then they were out the door. Nomori looked at her own to leave, not after. And then it was finally blissful silence again. The apartment was safe once more. Shouta buried his face into the couch and refused to come out until soft footsteps came down the hallway. Izuku climbed onto Shouta without a word and made himself comfortable. Shouta grinned and ran a hand through green curls, setting down again. Did you enjoy the party, kiddo? Izuku nodded. It's the best party I've ever had. Thank you so much, Uncle Hisashi. Hisashi almost squealed at being called Uncle, and Shouta opened his eyes to watch him choke it down. You're welcome, Izuku. I'm glad you liked it. Tenya was nice too. Can he come over again sometimes? Of course, Shouta agreed. Tensei was hoping you'd get along. Izuku nodded again. This was the best day ever. Thanks, Dad. Shouta legitimately didn't know if his heart stopped or not at hearing Izuku call him that. It took all his willpower not to retreat, to let Izuku drift off to sleep on his chest. Hisashi was about as bad off, mouth pressed shut and face turning purple. He aggressively typed on his phone, probably texting Nomori and Tensei about it. By the time Shouta had his senses back, Izuku was asleep again. His life plans had never included a kid. He still wasn't quite sure how this happened, but it felt right. It felt like he was right where he was supposed to be for once. I'm actually so sorry that this one ended up being super fucking short. I thought there was more of that. chapter 2 is called First Week of School. Summary. High school is a very... Oh! We're doing a time skip! Oh, okay. High school is a very exciting time. Maybe a little too exciting. Izuku reunites with some old faces and watches his dad almost die at the USJ. Oh, well, okay. Is there any ships in this? No, there's not any ships. I'm like, are we gonna look at some ships? Oh, reunited with some old faces. Katsuki. Notes. It's just going to be a one-shot, she said. You know, like a liar. Yeah, that lasted for like an hour after posting. Lol. I feel you. Except I don't feel you. I don't know how to write one-shots. So, yeah. I have a cat who's climbing. Anyways, I'm sorry this ended up being so short. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'll make it up to you because of the Christmas present I'm getting you guys. Woo! Okay, as always, my raindrops, make sure to eat, sleep, drink water, take your meds. Have a wonderful day or night. Link to my Discord server and socials are down in the description. Subscribe to see more of my content, and thank you so much for watching.